In today's video, we're counting down the top 10 countries where Christians face severe restrictions or are not allowed to practice their faith freely. Whether you're a traveler or curious about religious freedom, these nations impose strict prohibitions that can lead to persecution, imprisonment, or worse. Let's dive into the list, starting with the least restrictive and moving towards the most dangerous countries for Christians. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. 10. Mauritania. Mauritania mandates Islam as the official state religion, and conversion from Islam is strictly prohibited. Apostasy, or converting to Christianity, is considered a capital offense, punishable by death. Although foreign Christians are technically allowed to practice in private, any public expression of Christianity is forbidden. Public proselytizing, wearing religious symbols like a cross, or distributing religious materials can lead to arrest or deportation, making Mauritania a difficult place for Christians to live openly. Christians face immense pressure and scrutiny from both the government and society. While some small underground Christian communities exist, they must practice in complete secrecy. Additionally, the nation's strict laws against apostasy ensure that Mauritanians who convert to Christianity face extreme consequences, including the possibility of execution. 9. Maldives. Despite being known as a tropical paradise, the Maldives is highly restrictive when it comes to religious freedom. The Constitution declares that all citizens must be Muslim, and converting from Islam to Christianity is illegal. Christian foreign workers can worship in private, but any attempt to evangelize or share their faith with Maldivians is strictly forbidden. The government closely monitors religious activity and even bans the importation of religious materials like Bibles. Maldivians who convert to Christianity face severe social and legal repercussions, including the risk of losing their citizenship. Religious gatherings outside the bounds of Islam are prohibited, and the government enforces these laws strictly, ensuring that public practice of Christianity remains nearly impossible. 8. Libya. Libya, a country deeply embroiled in civil conflict, is extremely dangerous for Christians. With no stable government and large areas controlled by extremist groups such as ISIS and Al-Qaeda, Christians are frequent targets of violence. Conversion from Islam to Christianity is considered apostasy, and public displays of Christianity, like carrying religious texts or symbols, are forbidden. Libyan Christians, as well as foreign Christians, must practice their faith in absolute secrecy to avoid persecution. Many Libyan Christians live under the constant threat of being discovered by extremist militias. Foreign Christians, particularly aid workers, are also at risk of being kidnapped or killed by armed groups. Without any formal protection from the government, life for Christians in Libya is filled with danger and uncertainty. 7. Yemen. Yemen, devastated by ongoing conflict and humanitarian crisis, is another country where Christians face severe persecution. The Constitution declares Islam as the state religion, and conversion to Christianity is regarded as apostasy, punishable by death. Christian converts, in particular, are at extreme risk of violence or execution at the hands of extremist groups like Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, AQAP, or Houthi rebels. With the power vacuum caused by civil war, extremist factions have increased their control over large portions of the country, enforcing their strict interpretation of Islamic law. Public worship is impossible, and even foreign Christians must keep a low profile, as any promotion of Christianity can lead to severe consequences. 6. Iran. In Iran, Christians from minority groups such as Armenians or Assyrians can practice their faith under strict government regulations, but Muslim converts to Christianity face severe persecution. Conversion is illegal and considered apostasy, which is punishable by imprisonment or even death. The government monitors house churches closely, and raids on Christian gatherings are frequent. Public proselytizing is forbidden, and any attempt to convert Muslims can lead to harsh penalties. Iran's Christian community, especially its converts, lives in constant fear of being discovered. The Iranian government has a long history of arresting Christian leaders and accusing them of spreading Western ideologies, resulting in prison sentences, torture, and harassment. While the number of underground Christians continues to grow, they must worship in secret to avoid detection. 5. Somalia. Somalia is one of the most dangerous countries for Christians, with conversion from Islam to Christianity being viewed as treason. The Constitution declares Islam as the state religion, and extremist groups like Al-Shabaab actively hunt down Christian converts. Public worship or even being suspected of Christianity can lead to death. Somali Christians often face threats from both their communities and extremist factions, making it almost impossible to practice the religion. In regions controlled by extremists, Christians are killed on sight. Even foreign Christians, such as aid workers, are not spared. Somalia's lack of a functioning government only exacerbates the situation, as there is no authority to offer protection to Christians. For Somali converts, survival means hiding their faith and living in constant fear. 4. Afghanistan. After the Taliban regained control of Afghanistan in 2021, the situation for Christians became even more dangerous. The country strictly adheres to Islamic law, and conversion from Islam to Christianity is considered apostasy, punishable by death. There are no official churches, and Afghan Christians must worship in secret to avoid being targeted by the Taliban or other extremists. The government and society view Christianity as a Western religion, and anyone suspected of converting faces immediate danger. Public expression of Christianity, such as owning a Bible or speaking about faith, can lead to severe punishment. Afghan Christians, particularly converts, are often forced to flee the country or live in hiding, knowing that exposure could cost them their lives. 3. North Korea. In North Korea, Christianity is seen as a direct threat to the regime, and practicing the faith is punishable by imprisonment or execution. The country is considered the most hostile to Christianity, with tens of thousands of Christians believed to be imprisoned in labor camps. These camps are notorious for their brutal conditions, including torture, starvation, and forced labor. Even owning a Bible or holding secret religious meetings can result in being sent to one of these camps. The North Korean government heavily monitors its citizens, making it nearly impossible for Christians to practice their faith without detection. Despite the immense risks, underground Christian networks continue to exist, though anyone caught practicing the religion faces severe consequences, including death. 2. Saudi Arabia. As the cradle of Islam, Saudi Arabia enforces strict religious laws that prohibit the public practice of Christianity. The country does not allow the building of churches and any public expression of Christianity, such as carrying a Bible or wearing a cross, is illegal. Foreign workers are permitted to worship privately, but any attempt to proselytize or convert Muslims is punishable by imprisonment, deportation, or even death under the country's apostasy laws. Saudi Arabia's religious police strictly enforce Islamic laws, ensuring that non-Muslim religions remain invisible in public life. Conversion from Islam is forbidden, and anyone found promoting Christianity among Muslims faces harsh penalties, making the kingdom one of the most restrictive countries for Christians. 1. Pakistan. Pakistan is home to a significant Christian minority, but the country's blasphemy laws make it incredibly dangerous for Christians. These laws are often misused to target Christians in personal disputes, leading to imprisonment, violence, or even execution. Conversion from Islam to Christianity is highly discouraged, and proselytizing can result in severe legal and social repercussions. Christians are frequently subject to discrimination, mob violence, and attacks on churches. Even a mere accusation of blasphemy can lead to deadly consequences for Christians in Pakistan. The laws disproportionately affect the Christian community, often leaving them vulnerable to persecution by both the government and extremist groups. Despite this, Pakistan's Christian population continues to exist under constant fear of retribution. And that concludes our list of the top 10 countries where Christians face the most severe restrictions. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.